Okay, let us go with this set of code. I'm reading the image, okay, and I'm resizing the image. These functions are now clear with you, okay? You people are clear with this. I'm reading the image. I'm resizing the image to a size of, yeah, what's the size to which the image is resized? To a size of 256 cross 256. Okay. Now, after resizing, I'm just showing up the original image. Then I'm going to get used to the function called G input. Okay, G input is getting input from the mouse. I'm going to use mouse to set some points, and I've got here the argument to be 4. That means it will get on 4 different spatial locations. Okay, it is going to track that, and I'm going to use a function called polygonal region of interest. I'm going to use ROI poly, which indicates the corresponding polygon is corresponding to these locations which I mentioned. Okay, that is just obtained, and I'm going to get that mask. Okay, I think you'll be able to understand this code better after I execute it. Okay, so I'm executing the code. Is it getting executed? No. Yeah. Now this is the cameraman.this. Okay. So I'm getting the mouse point here as because I've used a function called G input. Okay. So let me take some polygon. Okay. So I'm just making first click. Okay. It is given as 4. So it will just expect 4 clicks for me. Okay. I'm just randomly clicking on the area of interest. Okay. I've just clicked on these. Fine. So what happens is, depending on where I have randomly clicked on, okay, I've got here, this is the original figure. This is the original figure, and I have, this is the selected region of interest according to the random click which I have mentioned here. So this is going to be the region of interest wherein I've taken that to be a mask. Okay, what do you mean by a mask? As you apply on face, is called a mask. The mask can be set with a value of zeros or set with a value of ones. Okay, so this is the region of interest which I have got here, and this is the non-region of interest. Okay, just observe the image here. Okay, let's go with the code, then now we'll understand better. Okay, so what is going to happen when I click this G input is, I'll click on the original image and grab upon 4 different columns and rows. Okay, that means 4 different spatial locations are obtained, and they are getting joined together to form a polygonal region of interest that is obtained with ROI poly. Okay, what are the arguments which I pass into the ROI poly is the original image and these locations which I have tracked. Okay, which I have done using the built-in function G input. Okay, accordingly I'll create the binary mask. That is what you got in figure 2. Okay, you got the white colored space row. That is the binary mask, and that is what is shown in the second figure. Okay, so this is a selected region of interest which was displayed. Now I'm just doing an operation like I'm going to create two vectors or 2 matrices. Okay, 2 matrices filled in completely with zeros. Okay, you have a function in MATLAB called zeros and ones. Now we are going to use a function called zeros, wherein this zeros is going to be filled in. Like I'm going to create a matrix ROI, which is completely filled with zeros of size 256 rows and 256 columns. Why am I creating to be 256 cross 256 is, actually we have resized the image to be of size 256 cross 256. Okay, so the maximum cropping can be done will not go exceeding the original size of the image. Okay, so I'll create the rough region of interest to be maximally of 256 cross 256 number of rows and number of columns, and creating a zero matrix. Okay, and again I have created one more matrix non-ROI, which is again filled with 256 rows and 256 number of columns filled with zeros. Okay, now this is nested for loop. Okay, so just to these nested for loops are just for you to access the individual I and j. That means I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1. That means I'm accessing actually 1,1 location of my image. Okay, so if we'll check with this binary mask, if that location is equal to 1. Okay, so if that location is equal to 1 means those selected location, if it is equal to 1, okay, then it means that is actually the region of interest, and you fill that region of interest with the corresponding values of my original image. Okay, I think I have made some changes. Okay, So this original image or the location or whatever I have, that is actually stored into the region of interest of size 256 cross 256, which is completely filled with zeros, is now replaced with the original matrix values of the image. Okay, wherein if it is not so, what happens? The other areas are the non-ROA, which I have not selected, that need to be completely filled with the location of the image. Okay, so I have got either ROA or non-ROA. Okay, so then it's just displayed. Okay, now let us execute the code once more. Now we'll understand it better. So this is the original image. We need to select. Okay, let me select with some other rough polygons. This is the first click I've done. The second click I've done. I'm just randomly selecting the third one, and I've just done fourth one. Okay, I think I clicked on the fourth one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I have selected a triangle shape. Okay. What happened? One sec. Yeah. Okay, fine. So this is the selected region of interest. Okay, this is nothing but the binary mask which we have created. Okay, so this binary mask is created using the function the ROI poly. Okay, this ROI poly gives you this binary mask. Okay, this ROI poly function, no, which gives you the input image and the C, R, and this binary mask is created. Next is figure 3. Let's move on to this figure 3. Wherein how do you get this ROI is inside this for loop. If this particular region I, j is selected, which is the ROI which is completely filled with 0, zeros, fully zeros. Okay, so this completely filled with zeros, no? They are now just getting the original image value. Okay, original image value was something over here that is obtained here. Okay, whereas the non-ROI will be filled with zeros. Okay, this is the nature of the mask. Okay, if you want a particular region, that can be done with region of interest. If you do not want that particular image, that you want that to be clipped off, that can also be done with non-ROA. Okay, so depending on the application, whether you want actually the region of interest to be kept or the region of interest to be not kept, accordingly you could choose ROI or non-ROI to be there in the image. Okay, so this explains you with region of interest.